When you hire a company to do work for you, are you checking their clearance letters? If not, it could cost you money and trouble down the road. In case you're not familiar with workers' compensation boards, each province and territory has their own board, and each one has legislation outlining coverage. In many jurisdictions, it is mandatory for companies with workers to be registered. As a business owner, you may be thinking you're registered and all is well, but that may not be the case. This is what brings us to clearance letters. Clearance letters tell you the status of someone's WCB account. Let's look at some examples of why you need to check clearance letters. In our first example, using Nova Scotia, we can find the following information. If the contractor has WCB coverage but is not in good standing, the hiring business is jointly responsible for premiums. Reading further, if the contractor does not have WCB coverage and works in a mandatory industry, the hiring party is responsible for paying premiums. If you do not check the clearances, you are going to pay more in these cases. Let's take a look at WSIB in Ontario. When reviewing their clearance details, we find information about clearances in the construction industry. The thing that really caught my attention was if construction work goes ahead without a valid clearance number, both the contractor and the person or company who hired them are committing an offense. These offenses are enforceable, and a maximum fine for a conviction is $100,000. This is a significant consequence to you for not checking clearance letters. In our last example, we look at BC and find that if you hire a registered contractor who is not making their payments to WorkSafeBC, you could be liable for insurance premiums relating to the work that was done for you. These examples highlight how there are differences between jurisdictions, but they also confirm that there could be significant consequences for your business if you do not obtain clearance letters for your contractors and vendors. To obtain clearance letters, contact the board of your jurisdiction. Some of the boards even have direct links on their website allowing you to perform your own clearance letter searches. One thing to be aware of is that you may come across terms such as optional coverage or exemption. You will want to take the time to fully understand what that means for you. If you hire a business or proprietor that does not have workers' compensation coverage, that means if they are injured, you could be facing liability issues. As a rule, you want to pull a clearance letter before doing business with someone and also at the end of the job to confirm they are still in good standing. If you have long-term contracts, you may want to routinely pull clearance letters every 3 months to ensure that coverage has not lapsed, which could affect your business's responsibilities. We looked at examples of consequences to businesses that are hiring contractors. However, if you are a homeowner, you will also want to pull clearance letters. If you hire a contractor without workers' compensation coverage and they were injured while doing work on your home, there is a possibility that they could pursue action against you as the homeowner. If you have any questions, contact the board in your jurisdiction. Keep in mind, if you operate in multiple provinces, you need to comply with the Workers' Compensation Board regulations in each province and should contact each board individually. If you found the information in this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more content.